And here we are catching up to our own modern times. Um, After the 90s, musical theater was in a bit of a kind of an uncertain state. Um, it had taken a little bit of a dip. Like I said, it was hard for shows to earn enough money to make a profit. But by the year 2000, there was a bit of a resurgence in American musical comedies. All of a sudden, we had all these comedies that were coming out on Broadway. Um, we had The Producers, Urinetown, Thoroughly Modern Millie, Hairspray, just really funny and good songs and inventively staged shows, and they were giving some new hope for the future of theater. And then by the time we got into, I think, like the 2010s or thereabout, musical theater in America started gaining even more momentum again, and shows kind of started pushing the envelope again. And you had these really cool shows like The Book of Mormon, written by the South Park team. You had Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which is really cool, like dark show. Hadestown, Dear Evan Hansen, and a little show called Hamilton. Maybe you've heard of it. Okay, so Hamilton is a piece of revisionist history that cast non-white performers depicting America's founding fathers. Hamilton sought to give minorities a voice in their country's history, imagining the perspective of what it would have been like if minorities had been given their equal due. Um, I personally am in the crowd that thinks Hamilton is completely genius. Many Tony Awards agree with me. It did win a lot. I think Hamilton has got it all. I think the music, the choreography, the staging is genius. I think it just is a perfect storm of everything working the way it should in a musical. And I think why it gets so much attention is because of the fact that Lin Manuel Miranda, who wrote the show and starred in the show, um, was able to write a show about issues that were happening in America at the time of its birth, but it also ends up being a show about issues America is facing today, um, such as immigration and racism. Um, so he was able to, it's almost like he was writing the show about two Americas, the America of today and the America of back then. And then the decision to cast it with non-white performers mostly is just, a stroke of genius. And the music is amazing. And I do have friends in the theater community who are like, meh, I don't like Hamilton. I'm not on the bandwagon, and that's cool. I don't think it has to be everyone's thing. But I don't know. I maybe it's just that I'm a white woman in her 40s who early 40s, y'all, early 40s, who loves I do love rap and hip hop. I'm not going to apologize for it. So maybe that's why I love it so much, but of course I could not end this presentation any other way than with Hamilton. So on the next slide, there is a clip. It's not easy to find clips of Hamilton because it's so new, and because there's just been the one recording of it, and obviously copyright issues. But there was this one clip. There's a few clips on YouTube floating around. I'm sharing with you one that I pulled from YouTube that is sort of a variety, a little mashup of different songs from Hamilton. Um, if you happen to have Disney Plus or know someone who does, and you can watch the whole thing, I do recommend it. Um, And it could certainly be a choice for you for the study guide project. There's a lot to write about, but there are tons of musicals out there to choose from. But anyway, when you click onto the next slide, please enjoy the montage of Hamilton numbers. You don't get to see, none of them are like a full song, so you don't get to see a full song from Hamilton, but it is like a good variety of a bunch of different songs from the show. So enjoy that. This is the last you'll see of me speaking on this presentation. So I hope you've enjoyed this. I know it's a bit longer than the lectures that this course has had previously, but it's without a play to read this week. I hope it's been a good substitution um, for reading a play and instead just viewing some clips and learning the history of the American musical theater. Um, Best of luck with your work on the study guide assignment. And definitely up next, view the Oklahoma revival lecture. That's shorter, but I hope you get a lot out of that as well. Um, so yeah, go on over to the next slide, rock out to Hamilton, and I'll see you soon. Enjoy. Thanks for joining me on this. Bye.